Even when you guys don't see me for a few days on here or on stream or whatnot, I want you all to know that I'm always working on my next video, Dead by Daylight related or otherwise. I always have around 5 ideas juggling around in my head, and I'm constantly rehearsing or re-rehearsing openings or pitching ideas to myself at every waking moment. In that venture, I have been playing only Pig for the past 3 days. An absolute miserable experience I won't fully dive into, but yes, the next How to Fix video will be on her when I get to it. I won't spill all the details yet, but I want you guys to notice something. Looking at my How to Fix videos for killers, I've done 5 at this point: Trapper, Billy, Freddy, Ghostface, and Legion. And judging from the comments on that last one, I have a feeling none of you want to bring up the Legion video. However, if you'll notice, of those 5, 3 of them are M1 killers. 4 if you count the Legion, because the chances of you downing someone with a feral frenzy is about equal to the chance I'll get laid by the end of this year. It could happen, but more than likely you'll just end up with a depressed erection and the big titty goth girls subreddit to try and fill the void that has been left within your heart with furious masturbation and the imagination that someone actually loves you. That being said, when I'm looking for killers to do How to Fix videos on, I tend to lean toward M1 killers, and the reason for that is that this game is not designed for them. On and on and on again, I'll hear people talk about how Killer is OP or Survivor is OP, and I made an entire video about that a while back, but one thing I never really mentioned in that video is the part where some people think Killer is OP because they only ever focus on the top tier killers they happen to play against. Let these people play against pigs, trappers, and Mikeys for the whole day and you won't hear shit out of them. But go against Nurse, Artist, Blight, Spirit, and you'll start to feel like maybe, just maybe, this game might be killer-sided. But for half of the killer cast, hell, most of the killer cast, they're fucked. So many killers in this game are glorified M1 killers with mediocre powers that don't challenge the survivors in any meaningful way, and even those who aren't M1 killers like Deathslinger or Trickster still struggle due to the inherent design of this game. And what is this inherent design flaw? Well, if you read the title, you'd know by now, but it's pallets! Motherfucking pallets, the most asinine, overused survivor resource in this game. Here's a small clip of me having a breakdown on stream a couple days ago because of them. Every fucking map, it's just pallet after 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 pallet, another fucking pallet. What's around this corner? A pallet. What's through this door? A pallet. What's up in this fucking tree? A pallet. What's in your ass? A pallet. Pallet, 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 pallet. Holy shit! I've been meaning to make this video for a while. This wasn't even supposed to be this week's video, as a matter of fact. I wanted to do a relaxed video on balanced discussions within the community and the community's obsession with not forming their own opinions and linking an Oddstarva video every 10 seconds. I was going to explain how it's important to think for yourself, and I was also going to praise odds, and it was going to be a fun time. But instead, I've spent the past 2 weeks since I came back to this game having mental breakdowns over pallets. Pallets haunt my dreams. They ruin my life day in and day out. I load into this game and have to deal with pallets. I don't even want to see a pallet in real life because I might grab a chainsaw and go all Night of the Living Dead on it. The number one problem with pallets is that they spawn too close together. Every loop in the game is guaranteed to have a pallet on most maps, so every time you get pallet stunned or you're at a loop with a strong pallet and you have to break it, by the time you get around that pallet using whatever method you used, the survivor's already at another loop with another fucking pallet. By the way, for the rest of this video, take a shot every time I say the word pallet. It's the best kind of drinking game because at the end of the day, you'll be in the hospital and have an excuse to call up from work from all the alcohol poisoning. That was a joke for satirical purposes only. Please do not take that many shots. I do not want to get sued nor demonetized. I have bills to pay. In any case, here's another clip from stream where I was showcasing the spawning problem to chat. Chat, isn't this so fun? Super engaging? Oh, look, another pallet. He dropped one pallet. Look, chat, hold up, chat, hold on. I gotta show you guys something. Right? So there's a pallet right there, pallet right here. We walk over here, there's a pallet here, and then you walk over here, and there's a pallet right here. And there are people who legitimately think that is an acceptable line of that's an acceptable spawn rate of pallets, bro. People legitimately think that this, and that is completely fucking acceptable. Do you understand how fucking stupid that is? I mean, oh my fucking God. I'm gonna break, sir, please. I'm trying to explain something to my chat. Do you mind? Do you mind? And another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right next to each other.
This is sad. This is
I
absolutely...
had a few more on a few other maps, but they were made before my break and I've lost them to time. In fact, the thing that made me finally decide to write this video was I was playing Pig offline and taking notes on add-on combinations, and I was on Ormond chasing this Rebecca, and she ran through some rocks on the side of the main building, and every single pair of rocks had a pallet between them. 4 fucking pallets, less than 15 meters between them. And when I say 15 meters, I don't mean 15 meters between one pallet to the next. I mean 15 meters from the first pallet to the 4th pallet. It was fucking madness. And it's like this on so many maps. Don't believe me? Load into some killer games and just walk around. Ignore the survivors, ignore what they're trying to do. I want you to go to loops, and I want you to start looking and pay close attention to where the pallets are, and then see how many exist within close proximity to each other. I don't know. I sometimes wish I had been on this game for a long time, because then I might have some frame of reference as to when this became such an issue, because I never hear anyone talk about it. Has it always been like this, and Killer Mange just kind of got used to it, or did they slowly but surely implement increased pallet spawn rates and nobody seemed to notice? I often think it's the latter, because for the longest time people told me only Gideon's was a problem. Then the Shattered Shit came out and people also claim that's a problem. And I will admit that I only played for a little bit before the Shattered Shit, the night chapter, came out, but afterwards is when I really started to notice this spawning problem. And I feel like I'm going crazy because no one ever talks about Dead Dog, where the main building, carts, and shack all have pallets that are literally right next to each other, or Auto Haven, where every small insignificant trash loop on the map has a pallet in it. Sometimes I can literally step back and count up to 5 pallets within my field of view. On Killer! You know, the field of view that's essentially smaller than my dick, which is microscopic. Do you understand how much of a fucking issue this is? And I already know, probably before even getting to this part in the video, there's going to be a few comments of people trying to tell me how to play pallets or how to mind game and all this shit, and like, I appreciate it, but it doesn't work as well as you people like to say it does. Mostly because no matter what you do, you're just kind of fucked. Don't respect pallets, just W key. Okay, now I'm stunned and I have to break this because it's a strong loop, and now that that's done, the survivor's on the other side of the map in that time. Or alternatively, I get stunned, get blinded, then as I'm breaking the pallet, I get blinded again. Now my retinas are fucking melted and the survivors are on the other side of the map before the blind ends. Okay, well, respect them then. Don't walk through, bait the drop. And this works out even less than just eating the stun, because they either pre-drop and I'm forced to break it anyway, or they don't and they get extra time out of the loop because I had to hesitate. A lot of people say to force Blood Rush, but not only does this only work on trash loops, because otherwise the survivor just revolts the pallet 93 times, because unlike Window, the pallets do not have a vault limit for some fucking reason, but also without direct line of sight, the Blood Rush disappears by the time I get it. Also, by the time Blood Rush kicks in, 3 gens have popped in. Another common thing I've been told is to bring perks to counteract the problem, and I'll do a video someday on how suggesting perks to counteract bad game design is as stupid as the Dead by Daylight Reddit mod team, but what I want to say now is, what perks would you like me to bring? Spirit Fury without Enduring sucks, so I need both of them, and even once I bring both of them, it takes Spirit Fury proccing once or twice before every single pallet is a pre-drop. Thwack and Game of Foot might be good, but one only works after a hook, and the other only works when chasing the Obsession. Brutal Strength is a classic, but it needs to be paired with other perks to get its full value, and at that point you might as well dedicate the entire build to shredding pallets. And I almost forgot to mention Blood Favor, which is a hex, and we all know how that turns out. At the end of the day, pallets are the one thing survivors can do that has no counterplay, and since so many spawn, wasting pallets isn't really a thing. It makes no sense to not drop pallets when around the corner there are approximately 87 more. All I'm asking is that the spawn rates get lowered, and perhaps they should implement the same thing that they have for Windows, where vaulting a pallet 3 to 4 times locks that pallet out from you being able to vault it again. At the very least, something needs to be put into the code that will put a minimum distance of, say, 30 meters between each pallet. It's just so infuriating to have a pallet stun happen, then around the next corner another pallet stun, and this continues until 3 gens have finished and you finally have your first hook. Some may call skill issue, and those people will be diligently ignored. But hopefully you guys see my point, and I didn't spend the last 5 pages sounding like a deranged lunatic. The pallets are coming, and they shall enact revenge against all who dare to kill Killer. Repent, ye heathens! Repent now for your crime!